20 minutes.
We're online now.
Okay. You guys want to start? I'd like to call this meeting to order. It is exactly 5 o'clock. So good. Can everyone stand for the invocation, please? Do we good?
You're fine. Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening. We pray for the unborn that they may be born healthy and able to cope with today's world. We pray for our law enforcement officers and also the people incarcerated, those who are sick, those who have lost loved ones. Only you can give the comfort that they need. And we pray for this commission to lead us in the direction that we should be headed. And we pray for our community that we can be prosperous and continue on in a good path. And these things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of Mexico. Yes,
Is it hot in here? It's a little hot. Roll call, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Avila,
Yes, ma'am.
Vice Chair Secretary,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Duggins,
Here.
Commissioner Gonzalez, and Chair Martinez.
I'm present, ma'am. Thank you. Item 6, approval of agenda. Commissioners, have you had a chance to review the agenda?
I guess my first question is, do we need to move anything up towards the top?
Or do we need to move in?
no, I think that's fine.
That's fine.
Everything's fine. Okay. I'll then make a motion to accept the agenda for the way it is. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Secretarial to approve the agenda as presented. Second by Commissioner Aguilar. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the agenda is approved as presented. Item 7, approval of minutes of March 26, 2024, regular meeting. Commissioners, did you have a chance to review the minutes?
Sir.
If so, need a motion to approve the minutes.
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Aguilar to approve. I'll second the minute. I'll second it also. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the minutes for March 26, 2024 are approved. Item 8, committee and department reports. Emergency management.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. This is Julie Grego. I'm Gail Tripp. When I first started here at the county, Julie hired me. She had a mobile home clerk and turned me in. So, of course, that was my background. So, anyway, we have a huge announcement. We're online. So, I'm going to give you a little demonstration. Julie's going to help walk me through it. This is the Socorro County InfoNet website. And on the website, on the front page, you'll see this Assessor's Web button. You click it and it takes it to Julie's page. There are 2 buttons on Julie's page. This is Julie's data and this is the Socorro County parcel data. So what you see here are all the lines that have been drawn in over the last 12 years for the county. So when I first started, there was no line data for the county. The MRGCD had their tracks in, which was about 9,000 parcels. There are 41,000 parcels in the county. So by deed and survey, I started drawing it in, and then of course created the GIS department and added more people, and we got more of the line work drawn. So just some of the examples. This is the Rolling Hills Whispering Meadows subdivision. I actually drew that when I worked with the surveying company, engineering firm up in Farmington, so I stole my line work and write it down. Had to cheat on that one. This is the Rio Grande Estates. That's 13,000 1-acre tracts drawn by hand by Christy Chavez. This is the
Rancho Bernardo, West Land Grand Exteriors, and Rio Grande Estates.
Rancho Rio Grande. Elaine has drawn that in. She's also drawn in the Valle de Mañana, which is about 23 miles west of the Bernardo exit. We have Santa Rita Ranches, Abbey Springs, Pinon Springs. She's finished up the Magdalena Township. And we have the San Antonio town site in as well. About the only thing outlined still are some of the
Township and range.
the township and range. They're adequate parcels, so they're just a section or a quarter of a section. So that's some of the ranches in the outline that aren't very populated. So we haven't gotten this done, but we'll finish that out. About 3,000 is what we're lacking right now. So we're officially online. And what did you want to show?
Well, show them one of the parcels. You can go and show them how to kind of use it. I would suggest just to remember if anybody says anything, this is not perfect. If there's an error, let us know so we can fix it.
Now, this is drawn in by deed and survey. So
Yeah.
what's on the ground may not match. Yeah.
Quick question. Yeah, so as soon as you get into the county website, which tab did you go?
On the front page of the county website, it says Assessor's Web.
Or parcel viewer.
No, that's not on the front page.
Oh, okay, no, just,
Yeah,
it's
just
a
Assessor
button.
Web.
It's a button and then it'll go to two things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, got it?
Yeah, okay. Okay, so you can search by address. There's the building we're in. I'm not sure how much of this actually works because it is beta testing. So. Yeah, I'm not gonna show anything because the county
Just
building.
pick out one of the other buildings, yeah, but it's working. Just anything. Yeah. So basically what it's gonna show you, once you hit the parcel, it's gonna pop up here, it's gonna show you the owner's name, the address, it's gonna give you the GPS, the longitude and latitude. It's gonna give you the old, parcel ID number.
Yeah, just takes you through the
Yeah.
pages. Not going through. And it may just be the internet.
It's just
line.
probably just the internet, yeah, cause it's,
Yeah, so the R numbers are what we attached when we did the mapping. So we didn't put in all the data because when you add data to the polygons, it bogs down the data. It just runs forever looking through it all. So we just put the R numbers in and then the tax and rev took the R numbers and merged it with the Tyler data out of the
so you should be able to press on those, hit the parcels, but it should like take you forever.
So
And it'll take you to,
it'll display the information here and then this is Julie's site.
yeah, and then it'll go straight to my web, to our web page. So this is the Eagle Web. If you just hit on Eagle Web,
It's been,
it's spinning, yeah. My head's spinning too. So you're gonna come up with this kind of a page, and you can just enter the name here.
oh, gotta get the keyboard. Yeah, then goes.
Where's your enter just? Okay.
So
Let's search. I spelled it in wrong, but let's see. We're gonna find you one. GRIEGO, Julie.
oh, you're in business name. You need to put it through.
Okay.
that in there.
You can put it in by street address, you can put it in by, did I still spell it wrong? Thank you,
You're welcome.
teacher.
Mr. Chairman, what,
Okay, so then let me get you
Gail?
this one.
Yes, sir.
what would a person want to go there for, to get what
So
information?
they can look at
to-
their tax assessment here.
Ah.
And then on the mapping, what we get a lot of calls for is what's my address? What are the addresses of my neighbor? Who owns the lot next to me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Those type of things.
So you'll be able to see everything that we have, almost everything that we have in our system.
Go in there.
You're gonna see the values. You're gonna see if we have any if you have any exemptions. There's your, land value, your residential value, your taxable value. It's gonna show you your name, your address. It's gonna have, how much the taxes were for the year. It's gonna show a photo of the house. Now, if for some reason we have the wrong photo, because sometimes out there you can't tell the lines, just call us, we'll go and take the right photo, but it shows you that, it shows the sketch of the house. My house, then my pavers, my shed, shows you all that, okay, and then you can go, I'll do the GIS later, but,
Is GIS fixed?
I'm gonna say, no.
So we had the GIS linked in the title. We were originally trying to launch just from the assessment system, where you would go into a parcel and you would look at that GIS data through there. And it broke. The link broke and Tyler couldn't get it reconnected.
Because we're not, our computer system is not up to date to where, or not our computer, our server isn't capable of pulling in the Tyler information. We're gonna talk more about that later. But anyway, it might have some documents there, death certificates, whatever. It'll have the, assessment history. It's gonna tell you 2024 through 21, and it'll just start keeping it from 21 forward. So if you wanna see what your assessment was in 21, it'll tell you right there. Okay? It's gonna tell you, your tax history. And actually, it's not gonna do the tax history because we're not tax offices, so. But they do have 23 and 24. I'm assuming that they're not, but we'll find out. Taxes amount. It gives an estimated tax amount based off of the value that, like now that I sent out the notice of value, it's gonna give you an estimate of what your taxes are gonna be for this year based on last year's tax rate, because we don't get the tax rate till September. So it's gonna show you that. It's gonna show you any kind of attachments. We just showed the front house. We have more pictures of the houses in our system, but we didn't wanna bog down this system with all the pictures. Some might have 20 pictures. So we just tried to put just the front part of the house. Account detail, that's just the land. The legal description, like it's a single family thing. We have septic tank, dirt road, the rate, which is a residential rate. Then you have the residential amount. And I haven't really looked at it too much, so I'm not too sure what's in there. Okay, area, Marshall Swift. Yeah, this one's not. I don't know if we're going to get it populated, but yeah. This shows the type of dwelling, if I have air conditioner, the condition that we have it in, the actual year built, how many baths, the roof cover, just kind of like what we have on our cards and in our system. It's basically going to show you. So for you guys to go in there and check it out. It has transfer, it'll have the deeds. Okay. If there's any that we have in our system. I like this system. I'm glad it's up. I've been waiting for this for about 10,
12
15 years
Well,
at least.
Since I started.
Yeah,
I
we've
told
been
you
trying
guys
to
5
do this.
years. I came from the commission in 13 and said I'd have it done in 5.
Yeah, we've been
And I
waiting
did
for
not
this.
get it done in 5.
Yeah, we finally got it down. We're on. Well, now, actually, we were going with this other company that was gonna do our maps and stuff,
Yeah.
but he backed out because it was taking us too long for our systems to start working. He just backed out and we were like, well, now we have to do it. We went through state after all. And then, you can go back to the maps. But you can go into the map or you can go into this and you should be able to. I wanted to show you how this thing does it. But this thing is so slow. It's probably the internet, no? So when you press on one of these, it's gonna bring it up here. And then it's gonna give you a little blue thing that you hit and it'll take you straight to our data and bring you back. So let's say you're looking at something right here, you wanna know who owns the property next to you. You're able to go into that and press it and it'll tell you who owns that property. It's gonna save probably some time, especially with the Rio Grande Estate stuff. Those are the ones we get the calls the most of. It doesn't wanna do it. So they won't populate, yeah. But basically, that's what it's a great system and I'm like happy. Like I tell them at work in my office, you can bury me now and I'll be happy.
Right?
We got
Done.
yeah, we're done.
Out to Albuquerque after 5 years. Are there any other questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
All of that information, is it backed up somewhere?
So that's what I've been impressing is that our backups need to be consistent and we need, if we're going in contract to do the database management, that a backup needs to be in place hard here in our county. And then we can do the cloud storage as well. But if the internet goes down and we're working off cloud data, we need to make sure we have a backup here. And not an encrypted one that we can't touch until IT shows up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I-
That's important.
I have a question. I talked to you a while ago. If a citizen comes in and tells a commissioner or the manager, this individual is blocking my road, it's a county road, why is he being allowed to do that? What is the process like?
Well, what I would like to see is us develop an actual complaint process where we get the complaint written down and it goes to the agency that is responsible. If it's a blocked county road, then it would go to the county road department for verification.
And then from there, if not, then they go to the sheriff's office and file a complaint and then the sheriff go talk to them and not, they gotta get an attorney. There's nothing none of us can do.
Right.
Because that doesn't have nothing to do
When I
with.
first started, there was an issue up in La Jolla and it was another individual. And they were complaining that the road department had bladed the road for several years and quit blading. And Art came in and told me that I'm the one that tells him where to blade, and I don't. As the mapper, that's not my job. I draw the lines to indicate what they do. They determine where they put the blade down and pick the blade up. So when we come into those kinds of issues, it technically goes to the road department first to determine is it a county road and what is the maintained miles? Because that should be in their list.
And it's like I told you, this individual came and talked to me and Joe, Commissioner Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And we met with him. Then we went with Elaine, and Elaine brought it up. And she said, it is a county road, he cannot block it. So I asked her to send it to the manager and also to send it to Lee so he could follow up on it because people could not get back there. And now, according to, he called me a while ago again, he said, still, it's happening, nothing has been done. I need to,
Mr. Chairman, I can tell you what we do once it's received, or the standard practice. Generally, we like to address it with the most least restrictive means. Now, it is actually a crime to block a county road, and so the sheriff can address it. But sometimes, when there's a difference between blocking a county road, putting a semi truck over it, and having somewhat of a title dispute. So what we generally try to do, or at least, and this happens quite often in different counties that I represent, is that the first thing we try to do is just try to do a friendly call and letter from the manager's office saying this is a county road, you're not allowed to block it. Hopefully that will start a dialogue, and then if it doesn't, then as the county attorney, I send them a demand letter saying you need to unblock the county road. We can either work through that, or if not, then generally we would ask that the Board of County Commissioners authorize a civil injunction to require that the individuals stop blocking the county road. And so that's the way we generally handle it from a civil level. If it's a contested road, if it's just a pure blockage, then that is appropriate for the sheriff's office to go out and issue criminal trespass.
okay. And I asked Gail a while ago and she said they can gate it, but they can't lock it. They gotta leave access to the other people to go around. Like if he has animals or whatever, the individual that gated it, that's all right, she said, as long as they don't lock it.
We have a county gate policy that discusses how and when you can lock a gate, or you can put on a gate. You can never lock a gate, absolutely, but when you can put on a gate, or when a cattle guard might be required, and that also has a lot to do with with the road usage. If it's just a road that goes to one or two houses and it's open range, then probably it's fine. On the other hand, if it's the road to Glenn's house, you don't want somebody putting a gate across it, because everyone's going to be really mad when 100 cars have to go and open it. So our policy addresses that, so we go through that resolution.
Okay. We'll discuss it a little bit later, because I told the individual we'd get back to him tonight on that issue. But I like that. I don't know if you guys have seen the county clerk from Bernalillo, been coming out in the news.
Yeah, Damian?
Yeah,
Well, he's not the county clerk, he's the assessor.
the assessor, okay. But he was mentioning values where you could get discounts and stuff.
Those are for your, like, if you have your, when we have all of those on our assessor, our website, we do have a county, Socorro County Assessor website now, and that has all the forms, your freezes, your exemption, your head of household, your veterans. And that's basically all. We have 2 veterans, and then the 1 free, and then the head of household. Those are the only exemptions that anybody would qualify for. And those are on the thing there with the explanations, and then they can apply for them and go with it.
Okay,
So we try to keep all our forms on that, now that we have our own website.
that's good.
So it's been, one of the things I did want to say, though, Gail, and to you, Ken Craig, that this parcel map is not to be used or think that that's a survey of your property.
And I'll make sure I'll get with Tax and Rev. I'm sure it's on there, so if you go to print something from here, it should have a watermark or disclaimer on it. Because it's drawn by surveying, by surveys and deeds, but it does not replace a survey if you're having a landscape.
Right.
Because you'll see there are areas, one of my favorite ones is.
It's,
So this one. So this tract actually sits this way. And the way the deed was written up was due north. And that's not wrong, because if the person was standing in the front yard and they looked and said that's due north, and they write their legal description off of that, that's how it draws up, but it doesn't represent what's on the property. So yeah, we're probably gonna get calls, and I'm ready for them, and that's okay. That it's good to get the information out there and people can work with it and improve it, because that's what I want.
Right.
Yeah.
So, especially in section 21 of Socorro grant, because a lot of those we don't have surveys, we have mostly just deed, and it's.
And the deeds are written, rounded on the north by the Griegos, on the south by the.
Right. So we just more or less drew them in, and if they want an actual, have it plotted right, they're gonna have to do a survey.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
I think that just want to make sure on that,
Any other question?
Well, finally got it done again.
Got it done?
Thank God, yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The other item is detention center.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. I'm going to represent both this evening. But I'd like to share, first of all, that we now have in our office the first state certified DWI coordinator, and that's Stephanie Sarate. So we're really happy to have Stephanie in the office as our certified DWI coordinator. It helps with everything with DFA. She's continuing to do the grant management and many other hats. And so just her work has really been invaluable these last 2 years. So I just want to congratulate her, and also then just have you acknowledge her as well. So thank you. So you know that she has a new title. So thank you. Okay. And so the numbers for our office, we're in the middle of wrapping up our third quarter. So we have 253 pretrial clients. We have 30 DWIs. We have 28 pretrial DWIs. we have about 40 probation, and we're very busy, and we're utilizing all the resources in Socorro to assist with everything that we're doing through our office. And tomorrow we are having a meeting with our 7th Judicial Court folks that cover DA and all the judges within Sierra, Catron, and Socorro County, so we can address some of the issues that we're facing from our office and how we can manage individuals to help them through and navigate through the legal system a little bit more judicially, I guess you could say, so, and safely for them and also the community. So I do want to also share from the detention center, because we work very closely with the detention center. The detention center, I have some photos. So the detention center now has multiple programs. They have literacy, GED, the RISE program. We have 2 psychiatric nurses that come in, one from Alamo, one that we've hired through the RISE program. We have assessments being done because we would like every individual in the detention center to have a mental health and behavioral health assessment, because then we can better help them navigate their wellness. So there's lots going on, and we really have to give Administrator Garcia kudos for allowing all of this to happen, because ultimately they are a detention center, and their safety and the safety of everybody in the detention center comes first, and all of this is extra. And he's really managing to coordinate all of this really well. And so we're incredibly grateful that our jail is actually acting as a treatment facility when really it's a detention center. But I did want to share just some photographs. So this is actually yesterday, the RISE folks got an opportunity with glasses to look at the eclipse. So that was kind of fun. And some other things are in there as well. So there are additional photos that will come. Everybody that's in a photograph has signed a photo release, so we don't have to worry about that. Everything that goes into the newspaper or is shared on Facebook, all participants have signed a photo release. And we will have photographs of the educational components, such as the literacy, more of the beautification, and the GED programs and the other programs in the photo album as well. So, about it. We're always happy also to work for the sheriff's office, and of course with our acting manager. We're very grateful for Sammy for responding to questions as quickly as she does. So thank you, Sammy, for that. So I don't know if you have any questions.
Who drew that flag in the state?
That's Prescott Apachito. He's been in there for a while, and he's incredibly talented, as are most of the folks there, as you can see. But that's his second mural in the detention center, sort of in the booking area. Actually, I haven't seen that one in person that he's working on currently.
We need to put one in here.
Yeah, he'd be happy to do that.
I'm just talking out of, it's up to the commission, but it'd be nice to have something in there.
We need a makeover, sure.
Hi, Commissioner. Good. Tráfico. Any more questions from Martina? And again, thank you for going to those meetings. Been going on. That's.
Oh, I did want to mention that I got an email from Lauren Billy. She did, she was hired as of today as the new Alamo Court Administrator. So we will be able to work more closely, and she is placed on the roster for the detention center today. So she'll be receiving information, and she and I will be working more closely in May. I have some conferences this month that I'm attending, but we will be working much more closely now that she has that position. She was just tentative waiting for that. So we're really happy that she has that position, because it will help with all the work that we are doing and the folks that we do have in the detention center who happen to be from Alamo. So we're hoping that collaboration will continue. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions, Commissioner?
I have a comment. Miss Sammy, the only thing I would request is, like we did previously several times in regards to these reports. First of all, Ms. Gail, where should go?
She does.
Julie, thank you very much for that oral report. I guess I just want more in regards to, when I read this, written report versus to what you had shared with us in regards to, just a glimpse of, in terms of the detention centers, I hate for us to sell ourselves short in regards to reporting and especially, some of the good things, some of the positive things that go on. I know when people think of the detention center, there's always a negative drag with that. When I saw the drawings of the murals, especially with the pumpkins, how they went out for bid and whatnot, and I know like the bingo night, in terms of, and I know Mr. Commissioner Duggan always says, we all bleed red, we all bleed, everybody deserves. So I guess my request would be, if there could be more to this report than just what it is. Because like when I read this, it kind of, it's really not telling the full story in terms of what Ms. Athena had just shared with us.
Do you want more detail?
Yeah.
Chairman, Commissioner, Secretarial, are you just looking for more detail in the written report?
Yeah, just beef it up more in terms of, because I think they report once a month, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and just tell them we're looking for a little bit more, because I hate to, whenever an audit does come through, it's like, okay, well, this didn't happen, so I just like for it to be documented, I guess, so to speak.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other comments, Commissioners? Nada? Just a little. Okay, we'll move on. Arthur, you're here, so I'll give you a chance to talk. You're not gonna go away.
Evening, Commissioners, evening, Chairman Sammy. We're getting prepped up for chip seal in May, at the end of May. Getting all these roads fixed up and filling all the potholes and make sure everything goes right. And I was gonna ask is that our trucks are pretty much going down already. Alamo's Manuel from Alamo, his truck is already ready at the edge too. Went out to lend him one of the Rangers that we've had since, I think, 85. We put a lot of miles on these trucks and, and they go on rough roads and then they pull them with a grader in the back. So they're giving out. My truck that I use, the county truck, I use 3 quarts of oil a week. So I got 147,000. That's, all the trucks, my mechanic truck has 234,000. That's already his last leg also, so. I need about 7 trucks so we can keep it going.
By 7 trucks?
In our fleet.
Yeah, but what kind of trucks do you mean?
So I was looking at the Ford Rangers, how they built them a little bit bigger now. I think those would be perfect. 4-wheel drives would be nice.
Well, you've discussed this with the interim manager, right?
Yes, I told her, but she said that they had been put in a grant, so she said we'll see what we can do from the fiscal year, and I said I'll try to keep them up. So I said I'll be fine.
Chairman, Commissioners, I think as far as this goes, I did instruct our representative at the COG to start looking for and pursuing grants for fleet replacements, specifically with the concerns of the road department. So those are in the works. We're just looking for them. In the meantime, it would be a good idea for the department head to develop the cost for the fleet replacement that he's looking for. So if you'd like to look into the costs, that way we have a budget associated with the request and it's not a blind venture.
Sure.
We're pursuing it with information.
Yeah, I can do that. That will be no problem. See what the cost is. Maybe they'll give us a discount and, we buy all 3 trucks and help us out a little bit.
Put some gear oil in it. I just said that. I don't mean it.
Yeah, they're pretty worn out already, these trucks. We've already had to replace mostly all the springs on all the trucks, and we've done quite a bit. We're wasting more on maintenance than what we're doing on keeping these trucks going.
Are you tracking that?
Yeah, we're checking it all. I have them all written down that the mechanic writes it down. I make sure that he does that. And how much we spend each month.
Let me ask you this question. I don't know your procedures, but having a fleet of your size for the road department, what is the procedure or the criteria that you use to replace these vehicles? For instance, if you have a 10-yarder, is it on every 100,000 or 150,000 you start looking at replacing it?
Yes.
So you have
Every 100,000 we start looking around and seeing, because we know that these trucks are already gonna give out. Because on these roads that are pretty rough, there's a lot of wear and tear on them.
because you mentioned the Rangers, the one that you're gonna lend to one of the operators. You bought it in 1985.
Yeah, we got that in 85.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah, okay, I paid them, but it's still, they have, so you can pull it with a grader. We used to do that before we had those Rangers. When we had those Rangers, we used to pull it with a grader. I used to also, and I used to be an operator. But he said it doesn't matter to him as long as it runs and gets him home. He said it's fine with him. But yeah, I like to get him a new truck and get the mechanic a truck, especially the mechanic. He's the one that has to go out there in the field sometimes and change out the blades. And sometimes they have to change out. He has to change their oil out there in the field.
Okay. And thank you to you, and I guess Sammy helped you do the price agreement for the materials, the chips to put those on.
Yes.
Yes. That's good that you're thinking ahead, because these projects that are coming, that way you're gonna have material to be able to do them.
Yeah.
Always have to be ahead of the game.
Yeah. No, Sammy's been a really big help. She's helped with out a lot. Anything that we need, she'll try to help us out, and we appreciate that.
You scheduled the distributor already?
Yeah, we already have all that lined up. We're ready to go.
Good.
They're gonna have a competition, who does the best chip seals on these roads. This year, they're gonna go to each county.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And see who does the best chip seal on the road, so let's see how we do. I said, I think we'll do all right. And then I signed up the operators and the laborers for the 82nd annual event that's going on in Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Yeah.
If they didn't go last year, I'd like to take them this year, that way.
Good.
Put them in that competition.
Good. We better win first then.
Well, we better, but I told them, I said, you guys better be at your best behavior when we're out there. I said, but they're excited. They're happy. We'll
Thank
do all
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have any questions?
I don't.
Thank you.
Real quick, Art, before you leave, would you mind just updating them on Alameda Road?
Oh, on Alameda Road and there in Santa Casia to the west. Zanzia, they tore up our roads pretty much. And I talked to Seth Scott, and he said instead of them hiring a contractor, they were gonna hire us. I talked to Sammy this morning about it. I just gotta give them what the cost is gonna be, and then I'll send it over to Sammy, and Sammy can send it over to them. So they tore up that road pretty good, and then I told them that we can patch it up as good as we can, but we're gonna be ordering material, and we'll add the material in with the cost. So they said they didn't have a problem with it.
Good.
So we'll make a little money there also, and another thing, tomorrow we're gonna be starting at the school. Winding up that road there at the high school road,
Oh, here?
where it goes down on the football field.
Yeah.
We got the PO, and they sent it over to Sammy, so we're gonna be starting that tomorrow and finish it up before the end of summer.
You're gonna use milling deck or?
Yes,
Oh, good.
yeah, to chip seal it, yeah. That works pretty good.
I don't know if you guys seen the pile of millings in San Antonio for your roads. There's a lot of millings there.
13 miles,
That we could utilize, and it's good material.
Yeah.
Uh,
really good.
Good material.
And they also asked us if we want, the state has a program that they can bring one of their milling machines out here and grind all those millings for us. I said, I'll look into it. I'm thinking about doing it. At least half of it or not more.
Good.
It'll go up, the price will go up, but they'll be getting some nice fines out of it.
Mr. Chairman, if I might ask, I don't know if this would go to Sammy's office or you. Between here and Belen, they're replacing the guardrails. I wonder if there's any chance of getting the used ones, that are in good shape. We have a few places we could use them. I don't know what the procedure is on that.
Well, the way it works is, when I used to work, when they bid a job out, they'll offer it to the contractor, or the state will not sell it. The contractor usually takes ownership of it, and then they sell it. They can sell it, because the state can't sell it to an individual. And usually that's what they do.
I can call Mountain States and see if they'll let us have a couple of those rails.
But when those contracts are going up, like now they put in a lot of guardrail.
Yeah.
They could legally give it to the county because it's another entity, but you'd have to request it.
Yeah, I'll
Get what you can.
Yeah, I'll call Rick tomorrow from Mountain States, and then I'll let Sammy, and Sammy can email you guys about it.
If the commission doesn't mind, I think we would like to invite the District 1 engineer, Aaron Chavaria, to come to one of our meetings, give him plenty of time, just to thank him, because he's helped us a lot in some of the projects. He's a key person for this area, so.
Is he down in Deming?
Yeah, he's in Denny. And, he's helping City of Socorro. It'd be nice to tell him thank you. He's pushing through. If the commission approves, inviting him on. Thank you, Art.
Thank you.
Next one is managers report.
Chairman, Commissioner, so in the last few weeks, I've been working with Jason Jones on revising the IGA between Socorro County and the Administrative Office of the Courts to include a project manual that it was issued by the project architect. The previous agreement didn't have that in reference. We generated the document post contract with AOC, so we're revising that in order to reference the manual within the scope of work. And you'll see that on the agenda later today. I applied for the FY25 Clean and Beautiful grant to add waste receptacles and restore the pump house at San Antonio Park, and then to repair sidewalks around the courthouse. I requested a couple of smaller projects from our facilities director, and he identified those as being small enough to qualify for the program, but important enough to request a grant for. I attended a training on the PED summer internship grant. I'll write for that. It's due tomorrow, so I'll get that submitted this evening or tomorrow morning. I set up our FY25 financial audit with SJT Group. You'll see the contract before you later this evening as well. I did check in on the biometric time clocks and ITG. We are getting closer. ITG scheduled the migration to the new server with Tyler. You'll be hearing a lot of talk of servers today. So they're gonna schedule the migration to a new server with Tyler. So they should be able to get the readers communicating with the servers. Getting up-to-date servers in small communities is a big feat, especially keeping up with corporations. I attended a meeting on our courthouse renovation project and all is going smoothly there. Met with PMS and we discussed continued operations of the Bigita Health Center. And I do anticipate that we'll be looking for an RFP in August for operations there, so you'll see that document for your review then. I sent the final figures in the inventory to the State of New Mexico Fire Marshal's Office in order to complete the transfer of Hot Canyon Volunteer Fire Department. The state's looking at the figures I sent over, and as soon as they give me the approval, we'll start the transfer, or the transfer will be official whenever we give the funding over to the Village of Magdalena with the agreement. And lastly, I created and submitted the LATCF and the SLFRF reports to the Department of Treasury, and I'll discuss that on the agenda later as well. That's it. Any question?
So Hot Canyon is becoming part of Magdalena?
Canyon Fire District is going to become under the umbrella of the Village of Magdalena because it's so close in proximity. And we have a hard time finding volunteers.
Any other questions, Commissioner?
So that funding will go to the village?
The funding will still come to us, but we will pay the village every year when it comes our way. It's still our fire department, but the agreement that you guys signed.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sammy.
You're welcome.
Item C, acknowledge April birthdays. Who wants to take care of that?
I'll do that.
Okay, Joe.
We got Manuel Veja Detention Center, April 16. Damian Townsend Detention Center, April 16. Adam Steinke, Virtue Management, April 28. Oh yeah, and John Aguilar, April 2nd. Commission. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Joe.
I accidentally missed it. Happy birthday.
Okay. Item D, commissioners, acknowledge commissioners report. Commissioner Aguilar,
I'll say that this time.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
No, just that road project we do with the city's almost done.
Oh, good.
Came up, a lot of extra sidewalks and curbs, drainage with concrete instead of asphalt. Came out good.
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 Okay. Okay, we'll go to item 9, public comment. During this portion of the meeting, we welcome your suggestions and want to hear your concerns. This is not a question and answer period. Speakers will be limited to 5 minutes. The county commission is not able to take action on matters discussed during public comment. Speakers are requested to state their names for the record. Do we have any public comments?
No.
No?
Oh, today we do.
Okay, come on, ma'am. Ms. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. My name is Donna Harris. This is the first meeting that I've been at where we haven't heard something about the interest that you guys are trying to get on some sum of money that you have in savings. Now, I certainly understand the need to have money in savings. But I'm wondering if you understand that since the last 5 months, you've already lost 10% of purchasing power just by having that money sitting around. Now, we all know we have to have a cushion. We all know that. But if it's more than the cushion, you would be well advised to spend it on something sooner rather than later. because nobody is gonna give you 36% interest, and right now with the inflation the way it is, we're losing about 3% a month on our money, everybody, all of us. Money is not the best place to hold your wealth. I don't know what we need the worst. Do we need another road grader? Do we need another ambulance? Do we need an EMP-proof generator? I don't know. We know that the sheriff needs money, and we know that Art needs 7 trucks. But I just want you to think about that, because we've already lost 10% just in the last few months of the money that you have saved just because of inflation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Item 10, action items. A, consideration of fiscal year 2023-24 audit contract with SJT Group LLC. Sammy?
Chairman, Commissioners, what you have before you is the standard form contract that OSA requires to contract with an independent audit firm. It's the same auditor we used last year. We did have an unmodified opinion last year, and our audit was on time. If you have any questions.
I don't.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Gonzalez to approve.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Duggins. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The audit contract with SJT Group LLC is approved. Item B, consideration of award of Socorro County ITB 2024-01-402 to A1 Quality Ready Mix. Tammy.
Chairman, Commissioner, what you'll have before you is the bid tabulation along with my recommendation for award. We did receive 2 bids, one from, I believe is Mountain States and another from A1. The bid from Mountain States was significantly higher. Both had resident contractors preference, but no resident veterans preference. And with A1 being the lowest responsible and responsive bidder, my recommendation goes to awarding them.
This one there. Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Gonzalez to approve, second by Commissioner Secretarial. Any further discussion?
This material specific for projects or just inventory? Thank you for that, sir.
Commissioner, it's primarily for use with our road department to accomplish the LGRF projects, but it is used for other road projects, and it is a piggyback contract, so the Village of Magdalena can use it as well as other entities should they need to.
I'm good.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, contract with A1 Quality Ready Mix is approved. Item C, consideration and review of IGA with Administrative Office Supports for Courthouse Improvements.
Chairman, Commissioners, this is what I referenced in my manager's report. We did revise the IGA with the help of Jason Jones acting through the AOC. We referenced the project manual within the document to their satisfaction, and this is the revised that both of us, that we all agreed on. So if you have a question.
I don't. Gentlemen, need a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Gonzalez, second by Commissioner Aguilar. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The revised IGA with the Administrative Office for the Courts for Courthouse Improvements is approved. Item D, consideration of approval of SLF-RF American Rescue Plan final budget.
Chairman, Commissioners, what you're looking at here is the final budget for the American Rescue Plan. So what you're looking at is all of our actual expenses occurred, with the exception of the project named under tourism and hospitality. The balance of the funds was used, or the balance of the funds was obligated towards Escondido Lake, since that's your only outstanding project at this point. So with your approval, that's what we'll pursue. And it was only an additional, I think, 10,000 once the programs were all set.
And that will final the budget.
That will finalize this budget, and you won't see it again until
More
next
money
year.
comes?
If more money.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Gonzalez to approve. Second, Commissioner Aguilar. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The American Rescue Plan final budget is approved. Item E, consideration of acceptance of the Tyler SAAS quote for assessors, treasurers, and manager software.
Chairman, Commissioners. We've been working with Tyler in several departments, be it with the treasurer's office, the assessor's office, the manager's office, and their IT department. With that, it seems we all have a common problem, which is the servers. Office, and you're proceeding to run getting our software working. So right now, Rosemary is having issue with my software, which it's equal to encode. And the reason we're having issues is because her server isn't the same age as my server, which was recently updated to match Tyler's. So it's always updating servers. And as a smaller entity, we don't have the capability to update them on demand like corporations do. So they gave us the quote, and the quote is about $199,685, which is about $28,000 additional. However, those funds will be recovered through your technology fund as you go through the years. So the less maintenance we have to do on servers that don't exist, more money you'll recoup from that fund. So you won't have to obligate as much attention financially there. As far as the implementation fees that you see to the tune of $21,000, those fees are already budgeted within your technology fund for this year. So there wouldn't be a direct impact to the budget within this fiscal year. Do you have any questions upon reviewing the quotes? Or if some of what I said got lost at the beginning, I can try to reiterate a little clearer.
My own question is, how much do we spend yearly in maintenance fees? Like you more just.
So right now it's about 171,000 for three, it's 3 programs, but many, many modules.
That was 198.
The cloud-based server is 199.
Can I interrupt or say
Yeah, of
something?
course.
Okay, because this involves our office. Julie. Oh. Sorry. So like in our office, for instance, what's going on is like, our database, our versions on our Tyler system is, we're at 2021. We should be at 2023. So back now in February, when I tried to merge my stuff to my system so I can get ready to do my notice of value, we lost all of our improvement values. So Tyler was having a hard time fixing it because our server isn't updated to take on that new information. We need to go with something like this, the cloud. IT told me to, you need to talk with Tyler and have Tyler, give you quotes and take over your server because we can't keep up with it or we can't do whatever it is. So we're losing information and we shouldn't be losing any. I spent 3 weeks looking for that information and correcting each one of those improvement values. Now today I noticed that we had 10 commercial properties now that we sent out the notice of values that just went out with land only and no improvement. Probably good, maybe $1 million worth of improvement values that did not go out. Had I not caught it now, we wouldn't have been able to assess it again till next year and they would have not have to have paid on that improvement value. So this server needs to be compatible with our version on the system. We can't be behind like that. We've got too much data in our system to just be losing it every time the servers go down or it's not getting fixed. And I had talked to Sammy, and Sammy was happened to be thinking the same thing. She had called me that same day, and I told her, well, we had problems also, and this is what happened. And I think we really need to consider that.
So this will catch us up, Sammy, like you were saying, as far as.
So I think my speech might kind of detract from the emergent need of the software, but we are at a point where Julie's software can't communicate with the intent of her role. The treasurer's software can't communicate with my software because we just had an update. So now we're starting to witness financial repercussions with our data merge. So it's really important that this occurs. Having a lot of trouble for us, but it is all server based. We are too small to update our servers every year for the sake of maintaining our data. It's just a better solution, I believe.
I understood all that.
Yeah.
But I understood one cost was 171, the other cost was 199, which I totally support. But you made a statement that kind of sounded like there was some of that difference could be recuperated, that 27,000 from a different fund. So that's.
Yeah, so your 28,000 is going to be the cost difference from your current annual fees to your annual fees on the cloud. How you're going to be recouping those funds is through it's going to be through hardware maintenance. So your hardware fees are going to be reduced because you don't have to replace servers.
And that's another fund outside of the 171 that goes to Tyler.
So
included in that.
yeah, so you have a technology fund right now, and that fund is the fund that you used to ensure that we can purchase hardware because of the issue the assessors faced.
So moved.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So I have a couple of figures here in terms of, so the Tyler Cloud server proposal, which comes out to $171,487, right?
Those are our current fees, not their proposed fees.
Okay.
The proposed 199.
The 199.60 you're about.
So then, and then we have a quote in the next page in terms of the how explains reoccurring year 1, year 2, year 3, coming out to roughly 308,484.
So to explain those, the cost proposal, so you see on the first page where I have the treasurer assessment manager call. So those cost proposals are represented there. The 97,228 is your assessor's fee. The same 37,793 is your treasurer's fee for those same proposals. And then the manager's is 64,664. What the cost is being triplicate for is to let us know that those costs are locked for 3 years, so you shouldn't experience an increase to those fees for the term of this contract. So essentially, if we choose to purchase this, and go towards cloud servers, our cost would remain the same as reflected here for the 3 years. We signed.
As long as when it rains, we don't lose nothing out of the cloud. That works.
And then to note, Gail's concern from our commissioners, that will be discussed with our IT department just to ensure no future issues.
Any more questions, Commissioner?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Gonzalez to approve, second by Commissioner Aguilar. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It is approved. The acceptance of Tyler SAA codes for accessory trade and managers. And you noted Betty when Glenn left,
I did it. 5:57.
okay, because he got sick, he was in field, so.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Julie.
See you, Julie.
Direct staff to establish and advertise for the position of deputy county manager.
Chairman, Commissioners, forgive me, it's going to be a little long-winded, so I'll have to hear me again. But with the absence of our county manager and then the burden of turnover from our HR and payroll director recently in our memory, I took to review the administrative burden on the manager's office, where there is liability and how we can redistribute the liability of Socorro County's administration to ensure that we operate effectively and efficiently in future years. So with that, I looked at the administrative roles that we need to successfully function, the day-to-day requirements of the positions within the manager's office, the need for coverage, experience when you remove those administrative burdens from their placeholders, the areas where Socorro County can grow or provide a better quality of service, and looking at all those areas, I determined the need for Socorro County to be an additional administrator. My recommendation is a deputy county manager, which is the position request you have before you today. So in a second, I'll get into the administrative burdens, but at present, just a second, let me. I had a presentation, but it's on my laptop, so I'll just verbally. So there's a comparison. I contacted 13 counties or 12 counties from the state of Mexico, all that have deputy managers. And of those counties, I reviewed their population. So we had San Miguel at 8,003, Torrance at 15,454, Socorro at 16,115, Roosevelt at 18,934, Luna at 25,749, Taos at 34,580, Rio Arriba at 40,048, McKinley at 69,830, Valencia at 78,080, Grant County at 101,311, San Juan County at 119,970, and then San Paul at 153,501, and Bernalillo at 672,500. So with those, we're one of the smallest population lines, and Bernalillo is one of the largest. When I looked at all these numbers, the chart that I did that I can't show you shows counties that responded to my request for position descriptions. The counties are, as I read them out loud, organized from smallest to largest, Bernalillo being the largest and San Miguel being the smallest. In my organization review of the data, it shows that there's no correlation between a position and a population, just that all populations experience the need for this position. Aside from that, I also looked for the size of counties. So Valencia County is 1,068 square miles, and Bernalillo County is 1,166 square miles. And then you take us all the way down to the largest county within those 13, and you have Socorro at 6,647. So while Socorro County does have a small population, we definitely do not have an idle commission. Each commissioner is active in the district under the large size of our county. This requires constant and consistent communication with other agencies that call our county home, be it New Mexico, Bosquito Apache, State Forestry, BLM, State Police, City of Socorro, Village of Magdalena, NMSC, District Court, Magistrate Court, PED, Socorro Consolidated, New Mexico Tech, MRCD, PNSB, and I'm sure you can all think of a few I forgot off the top of my head, but we work with all of them. Because of those relationships, the administrative burden of our MOUs, MOAs, IGAs, ordinances, and resolutions is up to your county manager and your attorney. Those, as you're well aware, are large tasks that take up quite a bit of time. And this leaves our manager little to no time to complete other tasks necessary to maintain county operations and keep things functioning smoothly. Items such as project management, contract administration, board and committee oversight, department head support, etc. Oftentimes those tasks will fall to your secondary administrator or forgotten altogether. So on top of that, administratively in 2024, Socorro County is managing roughly $29 million in revenue and $26 million in expenses. So my first year as finance director, we managed roughly $13.3 million in revenues and $12.8 in expenses. Our budget has expanded to almost double what it was 6 years ago, but we have the same staff administering the role and an increased burden of reporting as well, because DFA in 2019 implemented LGBMS, which took us from bottom line fund reporting to detailed reporting. So now we have to report every single item in our budget, not just the overall numbers. On top of that, in 2024, we administered roughly $12 million in grant funding. And in my first year as finance director in 2019, we administered $1.1 million, and that's with the same staff that we have today. So frequent turnover in this office has also been an issue. We experienced turnover of our finance director in 2019, our manager in 2020, grants in 2021, payroll in 2022, and our manager again in 2023. The turnover has depleted staff experience and left the majority of administration to any staff having been on board prior to 2019 when it began. And all that said, I strongly believe that it is a great need of Socorro County to get a deputy county manager or another administrative role. To support our department has relieved current administrative staff, implement systems to ease the burden of our DMV operations, increase the overall effectiveness of Socorro County. And my request is also that the positions opened but not hired until after you are hiring a manager. Any questions?
Question, Commissioners.
I was at the last meeting, so that this was probably talked about the last meeting. So I would like, I mean, I like the idea of it. I like the concept, also the conceptual piece. But I would like to have maybe one more. My request would be to table this for the next meeting again.
What would you like for info, or do you need something? You want to request something more? Or just get a chance to review everything?
Just pretty much review, and then also in terms of where do we see ourselves, physically in about 2 or 3 years, because I know we are a little bit ahead, but we'll do in about 2 or 3 years. Person go in terms of funding or whatnot. So I would really, and then on top of that, for next meeting so that we can discuss it openly as well as commissioners, and then we'll give a direction. Like that does me.
What is the proposed salary for this position, Sammy?
Commissioner, that would be determined by the commission. My recommendation is it would be a similar setup to your elected officials and deputies that they have, so 90%, but that is at your discretion. As far as the financial stability, the funds would come from general fund, and it would be through our we have significant construction projects. If you would like to see, we have, we have significant construction projects that will ensure significantly into the future that our church continues coming in strong. And those would be the funds used to accommodate this.
The only comment is in the thought process of not hiring until after we hire a manager so that the transition is smooth. That type.
Yes, Chairman Commissioners, so it would essentially be day one. And I assume your manager would like input on that's it. Wait until they, you can open it up if you chose to go this route, you could open it obviously before, but I wouldn't hire it. And as far as the budget, is there any specific format you would like to see it when presented?
So in terms, back to Mr. Commissioner Martinez's question, was that 90, what'd you say for the budget?
90%.
90, okay.
If you utilize a similar setup as your current elected officials, in there, like 90%.
So that would be my stance on that.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it seems like a pretty good concept. I would just like to have a little more time to discuss it, maybe a month's less, and then just go from there.
Okay. Recommendation from Commissioner Secretary to table and put on the executive session. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Gonzalez. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Tabled until the next time.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Item G, acknowledge personnel commitments. Would like to take care of this.
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Brian, is that Knapp or Knapp? Detention Center resigns, March 27th, 2024. Stephanie Sarate, 4/1/2024. PWI program job title and pay change. And then Mark Bell, 3/2024, Detention Center promotion to lieutenant. And Jose Gonzalez Camacho, 3/18/2024, emergency services pay increase. I can read that. Stephanie Sarate went from 50,169.6 to get 55,000. Mark Bell, promotion to lieutenant from 1927 to 1984. And Camacho, the increase went from 1727 to 2050. I make a motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Gonzalez to approve. Second by Commissioner Aguilar. Any further discussion? I just have one question, Sammy. On this, that increase that she got, should be got certified to board policies when they get.
Yes, sir. Chairman Commissioners, yes. So that program has always had that open position with just no one certified to fill the role.
And that was a salary. Thank you. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Personal changes are acknowledged. Okay, item 11, item A and B. We always approve both of them, approve interest checks and approve payroll checks. We have to do that.
I will make the motion to combine A and B. First of all, the vendor check issued dated for April 8, 2024, in the amount of in the amount of $299,538.60. And item B, payroll check dated for April 9th, 2024, the amount of $247,286.16.
Motion by Commissioner Secretarial to approve A and B, second by Commissioner Gonzalez. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, vendors checks and bureau checks are, thank you, Tim. Item 12, executive session. Motion and roll call vote to go into executive session and that pursuant to New Mexico State Statute, Section 10-3, only the following matters will be discussed. A, personnel, manager. Roll call vote and
Commissioner Aguilar,
Yes, ma'am.
Vice Chair Secretary,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Yes.
Yes.
yes, ma'am. We are now in executive session. Thank you.
Don't sound like echo. Pretty good. How do you do it? On the echo.
Copy.
No. Why would anybody go for vacation? Yeah, it's beautiful out there.
Why, not like Costa Rica? No.
I'm getting hungry. Yeah. That's what we also this weekend, Friday. Yeah, with somebody. We should like to. Honestly, she never has public comment the last 3 times that she's been there. I asked her, she's like, no, I'm sitting here. And she was talking to ours, so. So once she'll say no. We got tickets to that Dwight Yoakam concert. Or did you guys? But I don't think I'm gonna go home because. Why? Thank you. Who's that? got like, you make them a certain on Friday. You did? Another one. I think yes, I don't care. I really sure. Was it okay? Well, it was okay. I didn't touch have to go to rehearsal. Yes. Yeah. Josh was still there. Was it? Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Maybe I should just say to yeah. Or don't. We had the LTs on now. We had the LTs on our tortillas today. Over?
No, not yet. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do we have any more,
Oh, the snacks, yeah, I just put them away.
where,
Oh, right here, under the cabinet?
on the cabinet?
Yeah, right there, the other one.
Oh, okay.
That one right there, get whatever you want from there. There's some tea too in the refrigerator from last time.
Come on.
Tea?
Oh, tea, okay.
Yeah, get some. Yeah, there's some tea in there too. Right there.
Thank you much.
Oh my God, the little ones. Okay, that's good. I hate getting itches. Oh my itch there. There's some dollars, but right there. Okay, that's good. I was like itchy. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, I was going to read also. I think Josh was on because Robert, they ordered pizza. He took a Matt and the mom. You know Matt, that little thing that Robert hangs out with. He's kind of small. Poor thing, he's a good guy though. And his
Robert and
Robert went on Josh's car to go pick up Josh this morning. 'Cause I looked at this. So- And I went there last night. And Robert went this morning to pick up Josh because they had cable. Oh, so Josh is coming. Yeah, they're already in San Antonio. I think. Yeah. She's so dog, please. I think it's nerves. Down. To the other side, Becky, run. Over here? You're like that. Oh, that's good. And she did. And she There's hardly no rooms. All the rooms are already taken at the historic plaza, the Castaneda, the down. Yeah, because you know they booked everybody, that's why. They did their own booking this year. Like us, didn't it? They did it, they assigned them. So why didn't they give options to the people who were attending? Because it was priority first. They got priority. Like all, I guess the higher ups, I guess, the priority people. Why you guys gonna go? Yeah. I don't know. Yes, we got it. I wrote my dates in. Oh, really? Is she good? Oh, yeah, she never goes to nothing. Oh, do you know? For temping? Oh, yeah. You and Michelle? Me, Michelle, Essie, and Natalie. How's it going? Just okay. Well, when they did this, it's like a shock. Like, you were the first person to tell me. That she was good. We didn't. Like, you're not the first one. So I told Michelle, oh, she needs to know that it comes up to. No, she just said that she knows who she told and that they will never come next. She said, I've only been here. When you're not elected official, you're only guaranteed 4 years and then you have to run again. She said, I'm working on to have retirement. Yeah. And I told her, don't, I mean, by you saying that, you're underestimating my value of morals and rights. Yeah. Relations at the end of the day. I'm sick. It's kind of based. Step. So you can find a job that gets you more money and so you'll be happier. It's not I don't know, this is what you say. And he said, I told him, yeah, you know. Tonight. And I said, that's what you said. So, and you didn't find something. I'm happier. You have to do what you have to do. Just like you should have seen his face. So, yeah. Did you guys? No. Yeah. Tomorrow it's kind of hard because Joey. Actually, tomatoes fine. And they're He's serious. Joey, he asked me if I could have the this is just between me and Coach. No, and Joey just told me you weren't working at. I said, you know what? That was none of my business. I didn't ask her when, why, or what happened, because that's none of my business. That's something that no one needs to discuss with me, I said, or anything, and I mind my own business, I said. So she just told me that you no longer work there, and I didn't ask why, what, or nothing, because that's none of my business. Yeah, I did. I forgot to tell you. Because I seen him, because I was sleeping the 4-year. Oh, yeah. Because I hate when I walk out my door and it's a mess. Yeah. I sweep. And they're like, why do you sweep it? They're sweeping it. I said, I don't care. Like, that's what he said. Because I see it. I was at Friday, and I saw him there. No, I didn't. I said, tired, why? I said, no, and then that's because that's none of my business. I don't need to know what happened between you guys. I said, only she knows. I don't know nothing. I said, don't worry about this shit. I said, right now, why don't you? I just went to the birthday. Yeah, we went to her birthday itself. We went to a week. I was like, she wanted to meet Michaela. I was pissed. I was like, so when we go dancing, well, Joey was in it, so Joey ate something like chicken strips plus his hamburger. It wasn't anything wrong. And he answered to get his station because he thought, because it felt stuff. And then my niece called me because they were like, Mom, bring me pizza. He called me the day after and he was calling. I'm like, I used to check out the pizza. And Joey was like, Auntie, Joey got a station burger and the Jackson Rush ambulance. And I'm like, what? What? So I was like, I got my shoe right away over there. And And
rent the trucks
Yeah.
and he had it at.
yeah, I guess we pulled over into the parking lot or something. So I'm like, so I was like, so, oh, we, I don't know, if somebody wants to do it.
You guys say.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I was looking. So Josh's friend went over Saturday from Alamogordo. They were talking drinking. I had a meeting with them. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna go to the furniture stores, and they were like 2,000 money, which I didn't mind paying. Which I wasn't. I didn't like it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get something. So I went on the marketplace. I saw a kid over there, and there was something in Cloud Pop, nice couches. And I see she was really sold in them. I'm like, ooh. And then there was another one because I went back until May. I'm like, ooh. So when we were in Las Cruces, the message popped up, I have them available, and I'll sell them to you for 400 instead of 5. But if I'm gonna deliver them, it's 500. I was like, okay. I'm like, we're in Las Cruces, we'll get back till 10 o'clock. She goes, well, we'll take them to you. I'm like, this late? She goes, yeah. She goes, it's just that we don't have a tarp on them. We don't want anything to happen to them. And then the guy that didn't made a mess on the wood floor. I was pissed. I was like, but they were nice for 500. I got them. So all I need to get me is a nice kitchen table now where I can get nice 4 chairs, because I have a little one that we brought from Josh's, a little square one. It only has 2 chairs. So I want 4 chairs, and that's it. And I'm good.
What kind of couches did you get?
They're like fluffy ones. Let me see if I still have her there. Did you like my sweater, Betty? You didn't see it, did you? Huh? Do you like my sweater? Look at.
Yes, it's pretty.
It's pretty high. I bought it in Amarillo. I think I paid $50. It was on sale.
Really? It's cute.
That's the top I wore to the wedding. Well, one of the things I wore over for the wedding.
That's nice.
Oh, nice. So, let me see if I have it here. Let's see. So I was trying to see if I can find my stopwatch. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Let's see. Oh. Hold on, let me see, why isn't it showing? Oh, it's no longer available, let me see. Can't see it. No, I guess it took long. See the like brown ones? The recliners? Yeah, 500. Yeah, I was like, I'll take them. Sure, I was like, I was all happy with them.
So is the couch, the love seat, and the recliner?
No recliner, it's just the couch and the love seat. That's it. $500. Like, thank you. I was like,
Wow.
yeah, it was nice. And they came all the way from Qualcomm. So we come right there in Mescalero. That it was unheard of out. There was like 12 out there. I'm like, oh, Josh was like, see, I'll tell you without dry slope. Shut up. He got so sick. He had like 4 or 5 beers with his friend. And then we went to Las Cruces, and then he ate it. I had to tell him. He ate riblets, ribs, pulled pork, potato salad, beans, stew, and drank beer. On the way back, he was a boat. I'm like, I don't feel good. I said, well, go drink for me.
So you guys picked him up and?
No, they dropped him off. Another thing, I mean, they dropped us off. They met us right at Mescalero at the gas station. They followed us home. I bought an entertainment center on Sunday. I was like, Josh, I might get an entertainment center. You're gonna have to put together. Go. Well, I don't know why I just leave it on top of that dresser. I said, no. I said, no, let me throw that dresser. I was like,
the TV in
yeah,
the living
room. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave it because we had staff up there because the lady just put it up there. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. You silly. I said, put it together here. He was like, because he has fat fingers. I don't know if you know this, but those little Allen things that they give it to. He got dropped. Oh, nothing.
putting the thing together.
Oh my God, I was laughing. I started laughing. I was like, you are like, who are you laughing at? Nothing. I said at you. Could you see your facial, your expression? I told him, he was like, oh my God, I was laughing. And my cousin, so my daughter went, my cousin Angela, I told her, we can go to the casino. She went to the casino today. And then my sister Liz came home, because she don't like going with somebody. So I came in, a little frustrated. I'd made lunch, I'd made Frito pies. I'm like, he goes, who's don't fit here? I said, oh, they go right here. Oh. I was laughing so hard, man. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I said, shouldn't have beer. So I said, so he had a beer and I said, $40. You want 32? Hey, my sister lost $200. He, Angela? No, my sister Liz. So I'm like, you guys are dumb. I'm like, 40. I work too hard for my money to blow it. And anyway, he blew it and he was all laughing. I was like, yeah. Everything is all good. He's like, hey, you're grouchy. I wonder what everybody was talking about. Your mom. I was like, wow, I said I like nice things and I want something that I want to do and I have to help you. I was laughing so hard. I think I'm working on his face. His face was turning all red like a tomato. I said, you need to learn patience. He started laughing. He goes, I am patient. I was like, oh my gosh.
But did he finish putting it together?
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, it looks a lot better now. So like,
Did you take pictures of your house?
no, I still haven't taken. I'll take some this week when I go. I'll take them. I just haven't. I just been so busy that I was busy all weekend long. But we got there Saturday. I showered about it. Went over there. We went to Albertsons and we went to go see another pair of couches that this lady had, but they're all scratched. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Then by the time I went home, I cooked some hamburger patties. I did lettuce, tomatoes, onions. I did taco burgers and chips and salsa. And then I went to the store and then we did sauce cruces. Then the next day we went to the store and then it's just so busy, but I'll take some pictures now. Yeah, it's cute. It's fun. It's cute. It's cool. Yeah, and it's just perfect for us, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that.
And Joe?
You know, I saw him on Friday night. I took Joey to, because they finally came over to spend the night. So you come spend time. So he did, but they don't know if they'll go back and later on. But the kids spent time with him. I took him over that week. Joe could stay with Joe for a while. At the farm, yeah, so he stayed there. So let's spend the night
With him?
She spent the night, and then I put him back Saturday, not because I went to read those. So like I said,
How was he with?
I wanted to take a picture of him and Joyce. I said, I'm not gonna put it on social media, I promise. He's like, no. We don't fall.
Is he?
Yeah, he lost all his hair, his eyebrows.
So he's very.
Yeah, he looked thinner.
Thinner.
Mm.
She still keeps it like he used to do it.
Full time.
Yeah.
Benefits, 401k, and it's not that great, but. You know what I mean? That's why I came in.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, don't go over there. Right. Initiative.
Let's see. Sorry.
Those not even making dinner.
Oh.
No dinner.
But put it in the refrigerator, it cools off and you guys to love cottage cheese and peaches. Yeah.
Really good. Okay, motion, I'll vote to return to regular session.
Commissioner Aguilar. Vice Chair Stefani.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Yes.
And Chairman.
Now in regular session.
Motion to vote that the matters discussed were.
Okay. The motion and vote to vote the matters that were discussed in closed session is we got all the applicants for the manager. And we will have a special meeting on the 22nd of April at 8 o'clock to review the applications, decide how many people we interview for the position.
Make that a form of a motion.
I need that, that's the motion. I need a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, I made the motion and second by Commissioner Gonzalez. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It is approved. Yeah, that special meeting on 22nd at 8 p.m. to go over the applicants and decide who will get interviewed for the manager's position.
Chairman, is because it's a special meeting, do we need to be there to record or is it like an executive session?
It could be,
It will be pretty much all an executive session, so if you can just have us turn on the recorder, that'd be fine. We can take notes if you like.
Actually, if you can just send us information, like when the meeting starts, when you went into executive, when you came out, and then we can, do minutes off of that. Since it's all in executive.
that's okay, we,
All right, thank you.
thank you. Any other things, commissioners? Our next commission meeting will be April 23rd, 2024, 5 p.m. No, special meeting will be our next meeting. On the 20th, I'm sorry.
The regular.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Gonzalez. Second by Commissioner Aguilar. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned at 7:15 p.m.